4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to 4321 podcast. My name is David Davis. I am your host. I thank you guys for checking in. Some of you who follow me got notifications that this video and other videos I put up, you're notified. And all you have to do is subscribe and hit the bell button to let you know when I upload more content to stay up to date. But I wanted to come down real quick. I always say I want to come down real quick, but I really am going to come down. There's going to be really a quick one, quick video. And I think I'm going to start doing really short videos. Stay within 15 minutes. Little edible bites of information. Because when I'm finding out, it was I did one of my first podcasts. It might have been my second or third one. And I'm trying to be very careful of as far as what I say and how I say things, because censorship right now is crazy, and how some people are being shadow banned. A lot of truth that we're trying to share with people. We have to be kind of creative on trying to do that, because we're being flagged by algorithms for what we say. And so one of my videos was taken down as soon as it was put up. So you guys you weren't able to see it. It was called, I almost don't know how to talk about it, because it was taken down, and I appealed it because it was taken down for medical misinformation. And I looked through everything on that video and the rules and regulations, and I said nothing about any type of medical misinformation. I didn't give out any advice or anything. It was crazy, nothing medical. And so I appealed it, and they still haven't explained to me exactly what was said, so I'll know what not to say in the future, because I obviously was not given any medical information. What got me thinking, it was a long video. It had a lot of great information, probably maybe 45 minutes of information. But I talked about two things. One was who I'm going to talk about today. It's a gentleman, Klaus Schwab, who was the World Economic leader. He's the founder. And what else did I talk about? Oh, his book. It's called The Great Reset. I had just gotten it, and I started reading it. So I just mentioned it, talk about what was it about, and I look forward to reading it and digging in. So I talked about him, that book, and what else was there? It's about not RNAi, which is a scientific procedure where they're able to, scientists, they've been doing this for years, decades, been able to manipulate even plants, food, genetically, and how they're rolling out. If they can do that with plants, they can do that they're doing that with living organisms as well. But I showed a video. I thought I got taken down because I showed a video and I didn't get permission to use it to show the video, but I thought it was amazing. But that wasn't medical information. I didn't give any medical information. I thought I wasn't sure what part of that video they didn't like. It might have been that one. It could have been about Klaus Schwab. So anyway, I say that to say this. So I'm coming down today, and I'm going to get bits and pieces of what that podcast was, but I'm going to separate them so I'll know which one was the one that they didn't want you to know. So today, I wanted to talk real quick, because a lot of us, we are aware of the elitists. I can't even say that. The elitists. We was talking about the elite. Who are the elite? The elite are who controlling everything. The elite is doing this. The elite. And I think today's day and age it's becoming very much in the forefront of the truth of things being told and seen and shown, the truth. And another interesting thing, if you look up the word apocalypse, right? When you think about apocalypse, we always think about the movies and all these grandiose wars and fighting. But if you look up the etymology of words is important. It's even more important than definitions, because definitions can change, but the etymology of a word is the origination of that word, the science of that word. And every word has energy, which I'm gonna do a podcast about this too. But every word has energy in it, how it was created, and so the etymology is really the true form of the word. And the word apocalypse, the etymology of that is to uncover what was covered. To it's almost the break. I believe it's in Greek. How apocalypse means to uncover pretty much what was being revealed, not being revealed, and so an apocalypse is when things will be revealed, the truth, and things uncovered. So we're living right now the apocalypse, because we're in the information age, and a lot of things are coming out right now where the more the truth is being smothered or trying to be stopped, the more evidence and the more power the truth gets. It's amazing. Anyway, so the elite, who are the elite? And so I wanted to put some faces and some names to who the elitists are, so we be aware of it. Because my whole thing is two ways of how we respond to certain things. Not even respond, but if something happens to you, you can either react or respond to it, right? And the way I believe it, and the way I like to think about things, is that if something's done to me, or I experience something that I wasn't aware of, I wasn't expecting, then I would most likely react. But if it's something that happens to me that I'm already aware of and I saw coming, now I can respond to that. And so I think the more that we understand and know what was going on and who's what, and take our blinders off and really understand the enemy and who they are and what they are, now when things happen, we're not reacting, we're responding. I think that when you respond, it's a little bit more makes more sense than to react, because react can be you're not controlled, you don't have control of what you do or feel. But when you respond, you're just responding to what that is, and it's educated and it makes sense, intellectual. So let's get into this. I wrote some notes down. So the World Economic Forum, like I said, Klaus Schwab is and I might be a little codish. Some words I might have to spell out. I think this one might be fine, because I'm not talking about anything. I don't think I am. That might be flagged, but we'll see. So the World Economic Forum, you look up that and research who this group is. It was created and founded by Klaus Schwab. And people that are part of the World Economic Forum are pretty much all the elite around the world, the wealthy, not even rich, the wealthy, the most influential, the people that play countries and land masses as chess pieces. Those are most likely people that are part of the World Economic Forum, and they meet all the time. You might see some TED Talk like events where you might see this gentleman, I guess I could say Gates. I call him Kill Bill. I have multiple presentations as he was given to the World Economic Forum, explaining the agenda and what is to come. But I'm always thinking, who are those people in the audience? There's thousands of people that he's talking to, and he talks about the people of the earth like their property, sort of, or subjects to these people in the audience. So I'm thinking, so they must be part of the same thing. So the World Economic Forum, that was started by Klaus Schwab. So in 1992, Klaus Schwab created something called the Young Global Leaders. Actually, it wasn't the Young Global Leaders in 1992. What were they? They were called at first. I wrote down here. Let me see. Oh, it started in 1992, and it was started when it first started. It was called Global Leaders of Tomorrow, right? And that was in 1992. And I'm going to read off some of the leaders or some of the people that graduated from that group. The first graduates of 1992, Angela Merkel, or Merkel, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, from Germany. Your boy, Kill Bill Gates was one of them. Tony Blair, Nicolas Sarkozy, U2's Bono, Richard Branson of Virgin Airline, Yorma Aliyah of Shell Oil. Those are the people that one of the first graduates of that, and that was 1992. So these are people that are groomed to do the bidding of the elite, pretty much, and they get them while they're young. So for decades, they like I said, they've been grooming wannabe upcoming leaders around the world, and to be sort of agents within governments around the world. Schwab was actually quoted saying that part of the strategy is to penetrate the cabinets, right? Penetrate the cabinets of these governments with their young leaders that they were trained and to do what they're supposed to do. So if you look up, Schwab even mentions that more than half of Canada's cabinet are members of the private group of indoctrinated leaders. Right now it's called Young Global Leaders. And 2004, it was turned into the Forum for Young Global Leaders. If you look that up, the Forum for Young Global Leaders is what it turned into in 2004. And from being global leaders of tomorrow. It aims to find suitable future leaders within politics, entertainment, journalism, business leaders, royalty, and other cultural influencers that are no older than 40 and have become exceptional in their field. So they try to get the best of the best, and they pick the best of the litter, pretty much, to be a part of the group. It's almost like a fraternity, a private group. Some of the newer, younger names you might be familiar with today, I'm going to name just a few. Jacinda Ardern of New Zealand, Emmanuel Macron of France, or Macron, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, of France, Ida Auken of Denmark, who wrote an article, interestingly enough, called, quote, "Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better." We've heard that before because Klaus goes out, is quoted by saying, by 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. So these are his children that he is raising and training to do the bid of the group, the World Economic Forum. Christy Freeland of Canada, your boy Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Ma of Alibaba, Larry Page of Google, David de Rothschild, Jimmy Whale of Wikipedia, Nicholas Zingstrom of Skype, and your boy Zuckerberg of Facebook. So this is just a few names that is part of this group, these young leaders that were groomed and trained and indoctrinated. And so now when you hear these names in the news, you're going to see a common ideology, a common thing that they're all working towards, and that is the agenda that the World Economic Forum has trained them to do for their best interests. So I'm going to play a clip right now of Klaus, so you know what he looks like and sounds like. And this is him talking about, or braggadocious, I guess, about who some of the leaders of his group that he started. This is Klaus Schwab.
Like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. Mm-hmm. But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
And that's true in Argentina too. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's true in Argentina as well.
It's true in Argentina, and it's true in France now. I'm with the president, with a young global leader, but what is important for me...
And there you go. You got him. Klaus Schwab talking about being so proud about his group, the young leaders, global leaders that he's training, and their agenda is to infiltrate all the cabinets. So they're all over the place in every country. They're put in place. So the leaders that you think that you're voting for, the leaders that you think that you're following, and that you have control of that, it's not so. So next time you hear people talking about the elites, I just want to let you know this is who they're mostly talking about. World Economic Forum, people that are involved with, and members of that, or the global young leaders of America or of the world that they're trying to get ready, or to act as agents for them. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share today, is just that part about who the WEF, you might hear it as WEF, the World Economic Forum, and Young Global Leaders group. And do some research and kind of look it up, and it'll probably be pretty interesting to find out all the people that are a part of that group that you weren't aware of. So now that you see them in the news, some of the silly things they do, crazy, psychopathic things that they do and decisions they make, now you see why. Now you can respond to it because you're aware of them. So I just wanted to make you aware of them so that you can respond and not react. All right? So that's it for me. And I'll do a few more podcasts about some other tidbits that kind of relate to this, but I figure I want to do them bite sizes, so that way I don't want to do 45 minutes of so much different information and then it gets taken down because of one thing that I said that they didn't like, and you missed all the other things. So I think it's best to do it this way. So that is it for me. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me. 4321. My name is David Davis. Please subscribe, share, and stay in touch.